Have you ever felt like you're teaching to an empty room online? You post something, you explain it perfectly, and all you get back is crickets. Well, today we're going to dive into a really powerful two-step method that can completely flip that script and turn those passive listeners into active participants. Let's break down how it works. This is the million-dollar question, right? For anyone trying to lead or teach or just collaborate in the digital space, how do we get past the one-way information dumps and actually get people talking to each other, thinking, and engaging? Well, it turns out the answer might be hiding in a brilliant little experiment from a professional social media group. And yeah, the answer to that big question comes from this fascinating real-world case study. We're going to go inside a pretty specialized LinkedIn group and see exactly how one professor completely cracked the code on online engagement. Okay, so meet Dr. Kartikya Bowler. He manages this online community for researchers who are all working with statistical software. It's a place for some pretty high-level discussion. But, like any online group, it's got that classic challenge of just sparking and then sustaining those conversations. This group, it became his real-world laboratory. So how did he kick things off? He didn't start with a big, open-ended question like you might think. Instead, he laid a really solid foundation using a method known as the Instructivist approach. Now, Instructivism is probably what most of us picture when we think of traditional teaching, right? It's direct, it's super clear, and it's all about an expert transferring specific knowledge to a learner. The instructor provides the information, and the learner receives it. It's simple, and it's really effective for setting a baseline for everyone. So back in his group, Dr. Bowler noticed that members were constantly getting confused about the difference between these three specific statistical variables. So he took that instructivist approach. He just posted a clear, direct explanation defining these terms. He wasn't asking a question, he was providing an answer. He was laying the groundwork. And this is where the magic happens. That simple, direct post didn't end the conversation. It was the thing that started it. This is what we call the constructivist reaction. And the result? Get this. That single explanatory post generated 53 comments. And we're not just talking about a few people saying thanks. This was a full-blown, deep discussion that just took off from that one initial spark. And the quality of that discussion was just incredible. As one group member put it, the conversations themselves became the source of learning. It wasn't just about the original post anymore. It was about the collective knowledge that was being built right there in the comments section. You see, this explosion of interaction is a perfect example of constructivism. This is the idea that people learn best not by just being told something, but by actively building their own understanding. And they do that by discussing, debating, and connecting new ideas to what they already know through social interaction. The comments weren't just questions for Dr. Bowler. The community members started talking to each other. They were debating how to apply these variables, they were arguing over little nuances, and together they were deepening their understanding way beyond the initial definitions. They were constructing knowledge together. So what's the secret here? It wasn't instructivism or constructivism. The magic happened because Dr. Bowler used them together in a really specific sequence. And this is what we're calling the two-step method. And this table just illustrates it brilliantly, the different but complementary roles they each play. Instructivism, the instructor-led part, provides that baseline knowledge. It gives everybody a shared vocabulary, a common starting point. And then constructivism takes over, letting the learners drive the discussion to build more complex, higher-end concepts right on top of that foundation. So the whole thing boils down to this simple, repeatable process. Step 1, be the instructor. Provide a clear, foundational piece of knowledge. Then, step 2, be the facilitator. You step back and empower your audience to take that foundation and build something new with it through discussion and debate. Okay, so let's think about how you can use this. This isn't just for statistics professors, right? It's a framework for absolutely anyone leading a team meeting, running a workshop, or even just managing an online community. The biggest takeaway here is this. Stop thinking about these as opposing theories you have to choose between. The real power comes from using instructivism to enable constructivism. You give people the tools, and then you let them build. So I'll leave you with this question. Just think about your next presentation, or your next team meeting, or even your next online post. Where can you start by providing a clear, simple foundation? And then create the space to let your audience take it from there.